All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at something that could seriously shake up aerial video as we know it. It's a concept called anti-gravity, and it's all built around one massive promise. What if your drone could just see everything, all at once? Let's get into it.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Every single time you fly a drone, you're basically doing two jobs at once. You're the pilot, trying to fly the thing without crashing, and you're the cinematographer, desperately trying to keep your subject in the frame. One little mistake, one gust of wind, and poof, the shot's gone. But what if that whole problem just wasn't a problem anymore?
Well, it looks like a brand new player, which happens to be backed by the 360 camera pros over at Insta360, is saying they've cracked the code. They believe they have the key to making sure you never, ever miss that perfect shot again.
Okay, so to really get what they're proposing, we first have to talk about the basic limitation of pretty much every single camera drone out there today. And it all comes down to the simple, frustrating act of pointing. With a normal drone, you're stuck in this point-and-shoot world. You have to guess where the action is going to be, you have to frame it live, and you hope you get it right. But a 360-degree approach, it flips that whole idea on its head. The philosophy is so simple it's brilliant. Capture absolutely everything first, and then go find your perfect shot later on, when you're editing. No pressure.
And this is where our new contender, anti-gravity, enters the ring. So let's take a closer look at the brand itself, because the philosophy behind it is just as important as the tech.
So anti-gravity isn't just a new gadget. It's a whole new independent brand with a super clear mission to make flying a camera and being creative with it easy for literally everyone. They're not targeting the tech gurus or pro pilots. They're aiming for families, travelers, creators, basically anyone who cares more about getting a great memory than learning a bunch of complicated controls. And their mission isn't some list of boring specs. It's all about the experience. The whole point is to make a drone that's lightweight, that sparks creativity, and that's just simple to use. And this last part is really interesting. They're planning for community influence development. That suggests they actually want to build what users are asking for, not just what engineers think is cool.
So how are they going to deliver on this new philosophy? Well, it all boils down to one incredibly powerful promise. Shoot first, frame later.
First up, and you got to understand this is a huge deal. The target weight is under 250 grams. For anyone who's ever thought about buying a drone, you know that is the magic number. Why? Because in places like the US, the UK, and tons of other countries, that means no mandatory government registration. That one little detail removes a massive headache and barrier for entry.
Next, let's talk about the camera. It's not just a 360 camera. We're talking about an 8K 360 camera. Now, that massive resolution is the secret sauce here. It means that when you go into that big spherical video file later on to pull out a normal, flat 16:9 video, the quality is still going to be super sharp and crisp.
This whole workflow just changes the game. You just launch the drone, you fly around, relaxed, knowing it's capturing literally everything. Then later, sitting on your couch, you open the app and you get to be the cinematographer. You can pan, tilt, and zoom to find the absolute best angles long after the drone has landed. And then you just export a normal-looking video that seems like it was shot by a pro in the moment.
But wait a minute. How do you get a clean 360-degree video without the drone's own propellers getting in the shot? Well, leaks are pointing to a really clever vertical design. By sticking two fisheye lenses on there, one pointing up, one pointing down, the software can stitch all that footage together and then just erase the drone itself. It basically becomes an invisible flying camera.
Okay, it all sounds amazing, maybe even a little too amazing. So let's pull back and ground ourselves with a little reality check. What are the hurdles here? And who are they up against?
Well, no surprise here, the absolute giant of the drone world, DJI, is rumored to have a very similar product in the pipeline. And while the key specs might look the same, under 250 grams, 8K 360 video, their whole strategy is probably going to be completely different. DJI will lean on its powerful tech, its amazing flight performance, its whole ecosystem. Antigravity, on the other hand, is betting everything on simplicity and creativity.
So this leaves us with some pretty big unanswered questions. Is that prop removal tech really going to be flawless every time? What's the real-world flight time going to be, especially in the wind?
Are simple controls going to be good enough, or just frustrating? And maybe the biggest question of all, can a new brand, a newcomer, really compete with the massive, locked-in ecosystem that DJI has built? These are the real risks.
So let's add it all up. What's the final verdict here? Could this little thing really be a true game changer for the entire drone market? I think this quote really nails it. This isn't just a new drone. It's an attempt to change how we create aerial content. The ambition here is so much bigger than just the hardware. It's about fundamentally changing the creative process for everyone.
And if they actually succeed, they won't just be competing with DJI or other drones. No, they'll be creating a brand new category of creative tool. A simple, really powerful device for capturing memories and telling cool stories, but one that's designed for, the rest of us.
So here's the bottom line. The philosophy is super compelling. The technology sounds incredibly promising. But the real test, the moment of truth, is set for August 2025. That's when the first official product is supposed to be revealed. And that's when we'll find out if this thing really does redefine the flying camera. We'll definitely be watching.